What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to On the Bench with Pete, the series that you can put on in the background as you hobby or paint along with me. And it's just that really designed for you to get through your more mundane tasks. And I usually use this to do mundane tasks myself because it's easy. I don't need to concentrate too much on the subject, but I had a comment recently on one of my On the Bench episodes saying they'd like to see me do my Ford Ranger model in On the Bench, and I thought, yes, good idea, but perhaps I should do something different as well. So I'm doing a Jugula edition. So I'm going to build one of my Jugula miniatures. It came in this pack here, the Veliti's Jugula Gladiator. It's in Latin, of course. Jugula is an exciting game of gladiatorial combat in the arenas of ancient Rome. Start your own ludus and fight your way from illegal fight pits to the glory of the Colosseum. And then it just says for Jugula rulebooks, blah blah blah, miniatures, and you go on to Studio Tomahawk. But I thought it would be good. I mean, I've got my 4 miniatures here that I've kind of finished and I've used in games before, so I'll just put them to one side for a bit of inspiration, I guess. So I'm going down. Where are we? Let's get more here. Yeah, I'm going to build this guy, so go metal, of course. So I'm just going to brush off, highlight any flak that might be on there. Then any detritus. These are nice big miniatures, and yeah, well, I thought it'd be good to build them up. Otherwise, it's just going to sit in my drawer forever, and I don't necessarily want that. It's one of those things, you start painting stuff and it kind of goes by the wayside, you get caught up in other stuff, and I don't know, just for giggles I thought we'd get these guys out, and I may eventually move on to other historical stuff like Romans or something. I think more ancient stuff like that, like pre musket and tomahawk type eras. That wasn't a reference to the game, by the way. It was just a statement of fact. Now I'm looking for, and I bet it's not here. Of course it's not. So I'm just moving over to the other side of the studio, looking for knife, a couple of files. That'll do me. I'm back again now. Right, so here we are. I've got no pre-planned thing to talk about or anything. It's really literally a spur of the moment because it's my day off today, and I thought, what better way to spend it than to do some modelling. I've got another day off tomorrow, but I've got to use that doing shopping, so that won't be as good. But gotta do what you gotta do, and you gotta do it when you can do it. Right, okay. So I'm just gonna get working on this guy here. Trouble with metal miniatures is mold lines are they can be a pain in the ass sometimes. And on these guys in particular, it's difficult to distinguish mold lines from veins in their arms because they're so muscular and veiny. Right. So, let me know what you guys are working on. As always, I was planning on putting on the bench up like a one-off special, I don't know, like an extra bonus episode, because they come out Wednesdays usually, or thereabouts. In the past they haven't always been on a Wednesday, but they have been for quite some time now. But I just wanted to put one of these out there. I like doing them, you see. I just like doing it. I like sitting in my studio chatting. And I know I'm chatting to myself, but a lot of the time that actually helps me. Because ultimately I'm chatting to you guys, but right here, right now, this second, I'm chatting to myself, which is a little weird, but that's okay. I'm just running the knife edge along here, and yeah, who knows, might do some games of Juggler in the future on the channel. I don't know. I do have at least one Juggler video, maybe two, I don't know. I'll put it in the upper corner if I remember. Link to that. Yeah, so this is basically just a copy of this guy here. So I'll have two of those, but I might as well. I figure I might as well make them up. Then they're all done then, and you know, all good, right? Trying to get this. It's got like a dusty. It has like a dusty surface, you know. So I kind of scrub them up till they're shiny. Now, the other thing, I mean, these are the bases you get with them. They're really just thin discs of plastic, really, not much more than that. So what I'm gonna do, I mean, I say this is a building exercise, but it's more of a gluing exercise, I guess. Super glue is... I notoriously have problems with super glue, but that's another story. trying to shake the glue down the bottle. It's not easy. Right. Got the shield on. Right, I'm just gonna, well, quite a bit of flash on this one. Gonna try and carefully take it off. Now I've had, talking about historicals, I've had a lot of fun over the years with historical stuff. I'll be honest. And well, when I say historical stuff, I don't necessarily mean historical stuff. I mean non-sci-fi stuff. And in that regard, I suppose I've probably played more games of that than I have sci-fi stuff like Warhammer and War Machine, although I've played a lot of War Machine and Hordes. But this it's just something, I don't know, now and again the mood will take me and I'll want to do something like this, so that comment led me to here. I just thought, yeah, why not? Jugula is actually a very good game, very tactical, the word I'm looking for, tactical game. Just trying to get the glue down. The trouble with super glue, you've got to hold it in place. It's a real pain in the backside, I'll be honest. I put glue there on it and it acts like water, honestly it does. You see me struggle on camera, but this, pull it off, will be the last piece. So I'm just holding the head on. Now in these sets they give you spare heads and spare shields and arms, you know, things like that. You could convert them to a degree. Not as much as like plastic, but yeah, you could do so. There he is. That's him. So he is going to be like him eventually. So I'll have a spare one of him. I bought him from eBay because he was going cheap. I'll have a spare one. See, what you do is you enter the familiars. So you have 4 gladiators each, and each has a different... They have different disciplines, hence the different weapons and things like that. Like, for instance, this guy uses 2 short sword things, and this guy uses the net. You've all seen the films, but it's based on real stuff, so you know. Yeah. And they come with transfers as well, which can be a little bit of a pain to put together, but it's not a problem. So now what I need to do is find a lid to put him on. Bear with me. In the meantime, these are like, you know, transfers you can get for the shields and things. Now, I take my hat off to anybody that deals with the transfers, because it can be a fiddly thing. Yep, I can see why a lot of people become really good at freehand, you know, but then these transfers here are pretty darn good. You know, I mean, I have done it, but like, wow. I think he's okay there now, so what I will do is attach him to this lid here. And there he is, good to go. I didn't need the other tools I have. Pop that one away. Now I'm going to use some black primer for this one. Actually, I won't use it now because it will ruin the brush with the super glue. So we'll have a look at some of these other ones. Actually, I think yes, I'm going to use these. I got these from these free paints from Mifos as part of a prize, and I'm going to use it for the fur here. That's what I'm going to do. So give it a good shake. Put some in my palette, along with, so I'll take that out of the way. I like these boxes. I'm loath to throw them out because they're just really cool. Drop of retarder. think we'll go with a bit of Lamea medium to help with flow and keep it feeling as it should. Yeah, so mix that up in my palette. There we are. Right, now select an appropriate brush, which isn't that one, or that one, or that one. I need to get some new brushes, definitely. Right, so gonna paint this on here. Now it's a little thin actually, but just going on a little bit like a wash, but that's okay. It means it'll get in the recesses more, which is kind of what I want. So I'm having him quite dark skinned, you see. Yeah. So I thought it'll look a bit weird at the moment. It'll look better once the next layer is applied. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. That's good, right? Yeah. Yes, that'll work very nicely. Thank you. There. It's difficult. This is one of the hardest things I find, picking up where I left off on a miniature, and I kind of lose my way, as it were. Yeah, I find it very difficult. But for him, I need to work on his sandals, so that's what I will work on. I won't thin this down. Just the dampness of the brush. I'm just going around the backs of his sandals. They're just like straps, I guess. The only problem here with metal miniatures is the weight. An awful heavy weight. He's liable to fall off this milk top holder I'm using. Yeah, that'll do him. End of the day, it's about, as I say, tactics and, you know, like a game of chess. Would I give him? Yeah, give him a colourful plume. Yes, I'm going to give him. I don't want corn red, I want fiston red. That's the one. Fiston red. Right, okay. So I'm very tired after working a full night and a short one, but not forgetting my you know, like my body is not quite used to it yet. It's getting there though, it's definitely getting there. And that's encouraging, I find. I think it's encouraging anyway. Right. Each time gets a little bit easier, I find. Just a little bit. It's a toss-up usually between my feet, my knees and my back. Usually when I get home, my feet and my back are the primary pain sections during the night, and when I wake up it's usually my knees or knee sometimes. Sometimes it's just one, depends. Like last night I was on my knees a lot, I mean a lot. But it's all good. And it's all earning money, right? So there he is. This guy. So done his plume in Mephiston red base. Yes, it's difficult to know to come in and know what I'm doing. I think I'll make this the bonus episode because it's a bit out there. It's a bit unusual. It's a bit strange, and that way I won't feel guilty about not doing the full hour. I know I've got a long way to go on these guys, but I've built the chappie with the wolf head dress pelt thing. He wasn't built before, and now he is. And I'll go so far as to say I will prime him as well. I will prime him. So I'm just wiping up the gunk from my soap. For those of you that don't know, I use normal soap in a soap dish to clean my brushes. Works perfectly fine. Much cheaper than this. Former's about £9, the other's like 59p for 4 It's a no-brainer. Right. So black. Primer. Thinking of having Kentucky Fried Chicken tonight because, you know, for tea. Because I can't be bothered to cook. I don't feel like cooking tonight. So I'm thinking Kentucky sounds good to me. Once you get primer on, it's like, yeah, you got to paint them now. As that dries, the pigmentation will contract and pull back, increasing the surface tension, and that will be good. And I'm talking nonsense. And I'll pop the rest of this back into here. I always put too much primer out. I seem to have a habit of putting too much primer in a palette or a base coat in a palette, and not enough layer paints when I do them and highlighting. I don't know, it's just one of those things. Anyways, it's another step towards getting in. And you can chop and change your gladiators, by the way, you know, to suit you know what you want to take, kind of like build your army list sort of thing, like when you build your army, but you can choose which guys you're going to take. I'll tell you who does pretty well is the guy with the arrow and the bow. Yeah, he does pretty well in Jugula. Worked very well for me. So I'll just let him dry now. Yeah, pretty good. Get a bit of Rhinox hide going on here. Because I want to complete this chappie's toes. That's better. Actually, if I just do the whole bottom section, then when I come to paint the sandals, any bits in between the gaps will already be darkened. It's alright, I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so well, there we are. These are Jugula figures. Look, you can see them all there. My complete ones there. So those are the only ones I had to borrow others on my other game, but I'll link you into the video, like I said earlier, and hopefully get someone else into Jugula. The forum's been pretty quiet there of late, so it'd be nice to get some more enthusiasts. I might do a Ronin one soon too. Just a little thing. It's just a little bit of painting here and there, not too much. I know I need to put some metallics on him, his armor plate in there, and things. I might put some blood on them as well. That might be kind of cool. Yeah. But anyway, there you go. That's Jugula. Put them away for another 6 months probably. But no, there it was. Dug them out, did a little bit, explained a little bit about it. It's played on a board. It's kind of like a chessboard really, but it's obviously in an arena, and I built in my own arena as well for the game. But so it's on a grid system, like a square grid system, kind of like a chessboard, and you get cards and you move you guys. Excuse me, in different ways. And it's really cool once you get into it. Like I say, very tactical game. And anyway, that's in this episode of On the Bench. Kind of a bonus episode, short episode. But there you are. Remember, all brushes lead to war, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.